All right, the last challenge we're going to talk about is called the layout plates challenge. And what this is essentially you're going to present the student with a blueprint, and they have to complete the layout. Now, as an author, you've got a few choices on how you want to set up this challenge. You can start out with empty plates, empty boards, no marks, so the student has to set them all up or set up the entire wall layout. Or you could have a few marks set up for them so that they have to finish the layout, so you can kind of ease them into it a little bit. Or you could even add marks in the wrong spot and have them correct the layout. So let's try that. So let's see what happens. So we're going to come in here. We're going to add a new plate layout game. We're going to set the challenge to layout plates. And for this first one, let's just have them do the whole thing. We're not going to put in any marks, and we're just going to say lay out a simple wall with studs set 16-inch on center. Easy peasy. We're going to save that out, and that is that slide. So we're going to call that one full layout. Rename slide full. Now let's go ahead and add let's add the two other use cases we talked about. So let me add a new slide. Actually, let me just do a duplicate of this slide. And we're going to call this, well, let's go and edit it. So we're going to still do plate layout, but let's do a little bit different. Let's see, what should we do? Let's go ahead and start them out. So we're going to do let's have them add the king studs into this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the king studs out of this. So now we have a door. The door is laid out. They don't have to worry about doing the thing, but we're going to say add in the missing king studs. All right, and we're going to kind of set that up like that. So now we've kind of laid the wall out for them, and we're just asking them to fill in some missing studs. And now we're going to say we're going to call this missing king studs. All right. Now for the last one, let's do another duplicate, and let's come into here. And for this last one, let's get the complicated one going. And we're going to say correct this layout. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go to this one. We're going to set it up. So now we got the complicated one. And what we're going to do is let's mess some of this up. So let's put this stud in the wrong spot. So we're going to put this stud here. Actually, let's put it closer to this one. So we're going to put it over here. We're going to put this stud there. In fact, let's just bump all of our studs off just a little bit. So we're going to put that stud there. And we're going to put this stud. Let's put this stud here. All right. So now we've messed this one up, and we're going to say correct this layout. I'm going to save that one. All right. Let's go back to here, and we're going to call this, we're going to rename this to correct. And we're going to submit that. Now let's go see what this looks like from the perspective of the end user. Okay, so let's go here. We're going to go back to consumption, and let's go to the full layout first. So here we are. Lay out a simple wall with studs on 16 on center. So let's do it. So we're going to throw this one in. We're just going to rip through this. I know the first one has to be 1.5 inches off. Let's throw one in. Let's be a little sloppy on this one. And we're going to put this here. And then we're going to put this one here. We're just looking for the red lines. We can mark on either side of the red lines. So if I go here, it can be there. Let's miss this one so we can see that. And then let's throw an extra board in so I can show you what that looks like, because there is penalties for extra boards. We'll do that one pretty close. So notice that one's a 16th off. And we'll put this one in right there. Right there. Not the greatest. It's a little sloppy. Again there. And let's do this one right. And here we go. At the end of the board, we're going to put 1.5 inches away. All right, let's submit that and see what we get. Okay, so we got 64 out of 100 points. And let's expand this and look at what we got. So a couple of these are perfect. So you can see like this one, we got 10 points because it was perfect. This one was close. We only got 6 points, a couple perfects. We got 2 of them wrong. They weren't even in the right spot. They weren't close enough to even be scored. And then we get an excess material penalty. And that's because we added there's more boards in this wall than there should be. And so we actually lost 5 points for that excess penalty. But that's how the scoring works for this. Let's go on to the next one. So this is where we got to add the missing king studs. So again, you'll notice, or what you'll notice is we've got these things set up. And we have to come in here and we have to know that the king studs go right next to the, let's see, we got to go 1.5 inches off of that because that's how thick a board is. So we're going to put a king stud in right there. Did I get that right? Yeah, I think that's right. And then over here, we're going to do the same. Oh, jack's right here. So we got to go, let's see, so it's 1.5 inches to here for that one. So we got to go another 1.5 inches, or we can just go right here, 1.5 inches, and we can put a king right there. And let's submit that. Hey, we got 20 out of 20 on that one. So we did a good job. We put them all in the right spot. Perfect. And notice we only get scored on the 2 missing boards. So even though there's more boards in this wall, we didn't get scored on any of them. Okay, let's continue on to the last one. Correct this layout. Now, let's say we think we found the problem is here and we add a stud there. Let's submit that. And you can see we get 0 out of 40. We have boogered this wall. So let's try that again. So what did we do wrong? Let's see. We knew we can come along here and we can say, oh, you know what? We're missing a stud right here. So let's put a stud in right here. Let's see. Centered on 16 is going to be here. We'll leave those alone. Cripples are good. This stud, we can see by looking at the tape measure, should be centered on this red mark. So let's move this. We're going to delete that. And we're going to put that right here. And let's come on over here. Let's leave this one alone. We'll say we put it in the wrong spot. We didn't notice that one. And we'll submit that. And now you can see we are getting an extra penalty because we have too many boards somewhere, probably right here. And so we have an extra penalty, but we did score 15 out of 30. And so that's how we do, that would be the correcting the plate layout challenge. That's it.